Have you ever stepped into someone's home and thought, wow, how do they keep it so clean and cozy every day? What if I told you there is no magic, no hours of cleaning, or exhausting effort? Instead, it's all about establishing a few basic everyday behaviors. Now for the big question. What is their secret? How do they manage it all, especially with the specific problems that come with aging? And, more importantly, how can you accomplish it without being overwhelmed? Imagine waking up every day to a clean, serene home where everything is in its proper place and there is no stress about what needs to be accomplished. Doesn't that sound amazing? However, for many of us, the reality is far from ideal. Maybe you're tired of feeling like the clutter is constantly one step ahead of you, or maybe you've tried everything and the tasks still seem to never end. Don't worry, you're not alone. In today's video, we'll look at the 12 activities seniors with clean homes do every day. These aren't difficult or time-consuming tactics, they are simple behaviors that everyone can begin now. And the best part? They will not only alter your home, but also give you more energy, calm, and pride in it. By the end of this film, you'll have a detailed blueprint for transforming your home into the sanctuary you've always desired. So, whether you want to feel more in charge of your space, create a safer atmosphere, or simply appreciate the peaceful beauty of a clean house, you've come to the correct place. Stay with me, and we'll discover the habits that make all the difference. And if you're ready to take the first step, click the like button right now. It's time to become inspired and motivated. Let's take a moment to discuss something we've all experienced. Consider this: you've just sat down to rest and then you see the dishes in the sink, dust on the shelves, or a stack of papers on the counter. Suddenly, the feeling of ease is replaced with stress. Does this sound familiar? Let's be honest, keeping a home clean and organized isn't always easy, especially as we age. Perhaps you've observed that things that used to take a few minutes now seem to take twice as long. Perhaps you've been experiencing aches and pains that make bending, lifting, or scrubbing more difficult. And that's fine. These feelings are very natural. As we get older, our priorities and energy levels shift. But here's the thing: no matter where you are in life, we all have the same aspiration: to live in a house that is tranquil, clean, and safe. A house where you can sit back, relax, and really appreciate the space around you without being overwhelmed by clutter or tasks. You could be thinking, yeah, that sounds great, but keeping up with the house seems so overwhelming. And trust me, I understand. Life can be hectic, energy levels change, and it's difficult to know where to begin. But here's the good news: you don't have to do everything at once, and you don't have to do it alone. By adopting a few modest behaviors into your daily routine, you may maintain a clean and welcoming house without feeling worried or weary. It is about working smarter, not harder. Allow me to tell a small story. My acquaintance, who is in her late 60s, used to feel absolutely overwhelmed at home. She'd let things pile up because the prospect of cleaning was simply too much. But then she started making modest adjustments, like spending 5 minutes a day cleaning one area or wiping down the kitchen countertops before bed. Her home eventually became her sanctuary, and she felt more in control of her surroundings than she had ever before. See, it's not about perfection, but about development. Small, controllable habits can lead to huge changes, and you'll notice that keeping your home tidy becomes second nature. Imagine waking up in the morning and coming into your kitchen to find clean counters instead of a pile of dishes, or sitting in your living room and being able to completely relax since there is no clutter in sight. These moments of quiet and calm are incredibly satisfying. Now take a moment to consider your own place. Are there any sections of your home that feel overwhelming? Perhaps it's the stack of documents on your desk, the cluttered closet, or the never-ending laundry. Whatever it is, remember that you are not alone, and it is never too late to make a difference. In a moment, we'll look at the 16 habits that seniors with tidy houses practice every day. These habits are basic, implementable, and intended to make your life easier. Whether you're beginning from scratch or looking to improve your regimen, there's something here for everyone. So, if you're ready to take the first step towards a house that feels bright, breezy, and stress-free, stick with me. I assure you that these habits are game changers. Remember, this is your journey, and each step you take, no matter how tiny, is a step closer to the house and life you deserve. Let's get started. Let's begin with the most basic habit, which can completely set the tone for your day. Make the bed first thing in the morning. You might be wondering how such a tiny task can make such a large difference. So stick with me, because this one habit is more powerful than it appears. Making your bed may appear minor, but it is a tried and true method to start your day with a sense of achievement. It's a minor victory, one you can cross off your list within minutes of waking up. And here's the thing about tiny wins, they build momentum. That simple act of order can motivate you to keep things organized throughout the day. According to studies, persons who make their beds in the morning are more likely to feel productive and less stressed during the day. Why? Because starting with order creates a pleasant tone. It's like telling yourself, I have control, and today will be a good day. Now, let's break it down into easy steps. Making a bed does not have to be hard or time-consuming. Here's how to accomplish it in under 2 minutes. Step 1. Shake out the blankets. Start by shaking the sheets to remove any creases. Step 2. Smooth the sheets. Next, smooth the sheets. Simply rub your hand over them to smooth any wrinkles. Step 3. Layer the blankets and pillows. Finally, neatly layer your blanket across the bed and position your pillows. If you want to add further comfort, add a throw pillow. Consider how it feels to walk into your bedroom later in the day and find your bed freshly made. Isn't it calming? A neat bed helps your entire bedroom feel more organized, which can have a positive impact on your mood. It is simpler to relax and focus, and you will be proud of the area you've made. You may be wondering, what if I don't have the energy to do this every day? Remember that it doesn't need to be perfect. The idea isn't to make it resemble a showroom. It's simply about establishing a sense of order. Even just pulling up the cover and fluffing the pillows will make a difference. Making your bed involves more than simply tidiness. It is about self-care. It's a simple act that communicates, I value myself and my space, and when you begin your day with that perspective, everything else seems to fall into place. Let's talk about something we've all dealt with. Clutter. Clutter finds its way into our homes, whether it's a pile of mail on the table, clothes hanging over a chair, or that junk drawer we are all scared to open. And before we realize it, it may be overpowering. But here's some good news. Dealing with clutter does not have to be exhausting. In fact, you may stay ahead of it by spending only a few minutes per day. First, let us discuss why clutter accumulates in the first place. Life is busy, and it's easy to put things aside and say, I'll deal with it later. Perhaps it's a stack of magazines you're saving to read, or a pile of receipts you intend to sort later. These small things mount up rapidly, and your home becomes chaotic. However, clutter is not limited to physical items. It might also weigh on us emotionally. A busy environment can make us feel uncomfortable, disorganized, and even unproductive. Now picture how liberating it would be to keep your home light and clutter-free. Daily decluttering is more than just making your home appear good. It's about establishing a setting that's relaxing, organized, and friendly. A spot where you may actually unwind. Spending just 10 to 15 minutes every day on decluttering will save you hours of intensive cleaning later. You'll also have a better sense of control over your surroundings and life. Let us simplify this down into a basic, doable regimen that you may follow every day. Step 1. Start small. Select one tiny area to work on. A kitchen counter, a single drawer, or even a coffee table. Starting small will help you avoid becoming overwhelmed. Step 2. Adhere to the 1-minute rule. Here is a game changer. If something takes less than a minute to put away, do it right away. This could be hanging up your coat, returning your shoes to the closet, or recycling junk mail. Step 3. Use a declutter basket. Keep a tiny basket in each main room of your house. As you go about your day, drop any misplaced objects into the basket. At the end of the day, take a few minutes to put everything back where it belongs. Step 4. Let rid of what you don't need. This is an essential one. If you don't utilize or enjoy it, let it go. Donate items that are still in good shape, then discard or recycle the remainder. This step is critical to preventing clutter from building up again. Decluttering on a daily basis is about more than just keeping your home clean. It's about establishing an environment that promotes your pleasure and well-being. When your home is clutter-free, you can rest, focus, and appreciate the things that truly matter. Remember, it's not about perfection. Life occurs, and some days are going to be messier than others. The goal is to make progress rather than achieve perfection. You may be wondering, I don't know where to begin, and what if I don't have the energy to declutter every day? That is okay. Begin with just 5 minutes. Set a timer if needed. You'll be shocked at how much you can do in so little time. Remember that maintaining a clutter-free house does not require doing everything at once. It's about doing a little something every day. Making decluttering a regular habit will result in a home that seems lighter, calmer, and easier to manage. You've got it. Does the prospect of cleaning your entire home seem overwhelming? Do you ever feel like there aren't enough hours in the day to do everything? You are not alone. But here's a secret that seniors with immaculate houses swear by: keep a weekly cleaning regimen. Breaking tasks down into manageable portions makes it easier, and even more pleasurable, to maintain your home clean and attractive. Why is maintaining a weekly cleaning routine so effective? For starters, it eliminates the feeling of being overwhelmed. Instead than attempting to tackle everything at once, divide tasks over the week. This technique will save you time, energy, and stress. There is also the added benefit of consistency. When you follow a timetable, cleaning becomes a habit. You'll find that your home stays clean without the dreaded lengthy cleaning sessions. Now, let's go over how to create a weekly cleaning schedule that works for you. Remember, this isn't about copying what everyone else does. It's about finding a method that works with your lifestyle and energy levels. Step 1. Divide your home into zones. Begin by partitioning your home into zones: kitchen, living room, bedrooms, bathrooms, and so on. Every day, concentrate on one zone. For example, Monday might be for the kitchen, Tuesday for the bathrooms, and so on. Step 2. Assign tasks to each zone. Create a list of the precise tasks that must be completed in each zone. For example, in the kitchen, you may wipe down the counters, sweep the floor, and clean the sink. Don't forget to include tasks that should be done less frequently, such as cleaning out the fridge. Step 3. Set time constraints. Schedule 20 to 30 minutes every day for cleaning. Set a timer if needed. Knowing you have a certain amount of time can make cleaning less intimidating. Step 4. Include catch-up days. Life occurs, and you may skip a day. That is okay. Include a catch-up day in your plan, such as Saturday, to address any tasks that you did not complete throughout the week. Step 5. Have fun. Make cleaning pleasant. Play your favorite music, listen to a podcast, and then reward yourself with a cup of tea or a favorite dessert. Here's an example of how your weekly cleaning routine might appear. Monday, kitchen. Clean the sink, sweep the floor, and wipe down the counters. Tuesday, restrooms. Clean the toilet, wash basin and shower, and remove the rubbish. Wednesday, living room. Dust surfaces, hoover and clean up. Thursday, bedrooms. Change the linens, dust the surfaces, and arrange the nightstands. Friday, halls and entryways. Sweep, hoover and declutter any surfaces. Saturday is catch-up day. Handle anything you missed earlier in the week. Sunday is a day to rest and rejuvenate. Take it easy. Spend the day relaxing and preparing for the week ahead. Cleaning will become second nature if you spread out tasks throughout the course of the week. You'll also escape the unpleasant feeling of needing to deep clean everything at once. Remember that it is not about perfection. It's about making improvements and staying consistent. You might be wondering, what if I don't have the energy to clean every day? That is okay. Make sure your timetable works for you. Maybe you only clean 3 days a week or concentrate on a certain chore each day. The trick is to identify what works for you and stick to it. Remember that a weekly cleaning routine is not intended to make your home flawless. It's about making things manageable. By breaking down work into smaller daily steps, you may create a clean, organized, and stress-free environment. Most importantly, you'll have more time and energy to devote to the activities you enjoy. Here is a stunning fact. The surfaces in your home that you touch the most tend to acquire the most bacteria. Doorknobs, light switches, remote controls, and even the handle of the refrigerator. All of these high-touch surfaces can accumulate dirt, filth, and pathogens. But don't panic, cleaning them is easier than you think. Did you know that high-touch surfaces can be a major source of bacteria and allergies in your home? Think about it. Every time you touch a doorknob or pick up the TV remote, you spread bacteria from your hands. And if you live with others, the infections can spread swiftly. Regularly cleaning down these surfaces not only keeps your home clean, but it also helps you stay healthy. Reducing germs can reduce your risk of the flu and other infections, particularly during the winter months. So, what constitutes a high-touch surface? Let's go over some common places that you should pay attention to. Door handles, light switches, remote controls, refrigerator handles, tap handles, phone and tablet holders, kitchen countertops and stair rails. Consider how many times you open your refrigerator in a single day or how frequently you use your phone. These surfaces attract more than just fingerprints. They can also store oils, dust, and pathogens. Now, let's speak about how to clean these surfaces fast and efficiently. You don't have to spend hours scrubbing, just a few minutes per day is sufficient. Step 1. Gather your supplies. First, collect your cleaning supplies. You'll need disinfecting wipes or a spray cleaner with a microfiber cloth, a small container of warm soapy water for sensitive surfaces like phones or tablets, and a pair of gloves to keep your hands clean. Step 2. Work room by room. Concentrate on one room at a time. For example, begin in the kitchen by cleaning the refrigerator handles, worktops and faucet, then move on to the living room to clean remotes and light switches. Step 3. Wipe gently but thoroughly. Use a disinfectant wipe or towel to gently wipe each surface. Pay attention to the edges and corners where filth frequently accumulates. To protect gadgets such as remotes or phones, use a slightly wet microfiber towel. Step 4. Allow surfaces to air dry. After wiping, allow the surfaces to dry for a few minutes. This allows the disinfectant to operate and leaves the area thoroughly clean. Step 5. Establish a regimen. To make this stick, include it into your regular routine. For example, you may clean high-touch surfaces each evening after supper or in the morning. Remember that washing down high-touch surfaces is about more than simply cleanliness, it's also about making your house feel secure and healthy. With just 5 to 10 minutes every day, you can shield yourself and your loved ones against germs and allergens. Here are some frequent mistakes people make while cleaning high-touch surfaces and how to avoid them. Avoiding tiny surfaces. Don't forget the light switches, remotes, and railings. Using excessive water. Avoid wetting surfaces, particularly electronics. Forgetting to wash the cleaning cloths. To prevent germs from spreading, always wash reusable towels after each usage. Taking a few minutes each day to clean down high-touch surfaces may make a significant difference in how your home appears and feels. It's a modest habit that contributes to a healthier, more comfortable living environment. Remember that every little effort counts towards building the home you deserve. Here is a question for you. What is the first thing you notice as you enter a room? For many of us, it's the floor. Clean, clutter-free floors may instantly make your home feel more open, organized, and serene. But keeping things clean does not necessitate spending hours every day cleaning. It's about developing basic, regular routines to keep your flooring looking well. Let's discuss why clean floors are so vital. First and foremost, they serve as the foundation for your home's cleanliness. Messy floors may make your entire home appear chaotic, regardless of how well organized your shelves are or how shiny your furniture is. Second, clear floors are safer. As we age, it is critical to reduce tripping dangers. Clutter on the floor, such as shoes, cords, or even small rugs, might increase the chance of falling, which we certainly want to prevent. Finally, clean floors just feel better. Imagine waking up in the morning and going through a clean, clear room. It sets a pleasant tone for the day. One of the simplest methods to keep your floors clean is to implement a shoes-off policy. Shoes can trail dirt, dust, and tiny debris onto your floors. By putting your shoes at the door, you may immediately reduce the amount of clutter in your home. Think about it. When you wear shoes indoors, you bring within whatever you've walked on outdoors. Dirt from the park, bacteria from public facilities, and even tiny pebbles from the road. However, by removing your shoes as soon as you enter, you keep all of that clutter at the door. Here are some guidelines to follow. To make this habit more convenient, have a shoe rack or basket near the entryway. Give guests house slippers as a welcome alternative. Maintain a little mat or tray for shoes to keep your foyer neat. Clutter tends to accumulate rapidly, particularly on the floor. Shoes, purses, books, and other objects are frequently left behind as we go about our daily lives, but decluttering for just 5 minutes each day may make a big difference. Here is a simple routine. Take a brief tour through your home at the end of each day to pick up anything that does not belong on the floor. Put the shoes back in the closet, the magazines back on the coffee table, and the laundry into the hamper. It takes little effort to keep your floors clean and your home organized. Even with minimum clutter, dust and debris can build up on your flooring. That is why regular sweeping and vacuuming is essential. A short sweep every other day will help avoid buildup and keep your home feeling clean. Choose a cleaning plan that suits you. For example, you could sweep the kitchen floors after dinner every night and hoover the living room once or twice a week. If you have a cordless hoover, that is even better. It makes the work faster and easier. If you want to vacuum without using your hands, consider a robotic vacuum cleaner. It's an excellent way to keep your floors clean without putting in any extra work. Life occurs, as do spills. Whether it's a glass of water, a cup of coffee, or crumbs from a snack, dealing with spills as soon as they occur will save you a lot of time and effort later. Keep a few cleaning supplies nearby, such as a tiny mop or a microfiber cloth, so you can quickly clear up spills before they spread. It's all about staying on top of the mess. Sometimes the simplest approach to keep floors clean is to designate areas for items that tend to gather up. Use baskets for magazines, hooks for bags, and storage containers for toys or hobby items. By putting everything in its right position, you will automatically maintain your floors clean. Remember that it's not about being perfect. It is about developing habits that work for you. Keeping your floors clean is more than just about appearance. It is about building a home in which you may feel calm, safe, and at ease. Remember that tiny everyday routines can lead to large results. You do not need to spend hours cleaning. Just a few minutes every day will keep your floors in outstanding condition. Now, what is your biggest issue when it comes to keeping your flooring clean? Share your tips and experiences in the comments section below, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more useful advice. Here's a truth that everyone knows but often ignores. Clutter might be hidden in plain sight or behind closed doors. Drawers and cabinets may not appear apparent at first look, but keeping them organized can make a significant difference in your everyday life. From saving time to reducing stress, this practice is a little investment with tremendous returns. Think about that for a moment. How much time do you spend sifting through drawers looking for that one item you know you kept somewhere? Disorganized spaces not only consume time, but also cause unnecessary frustration. Organizing your drawers and cabinets can ensure that you always know where everything is. This translates to less stress, increased efficiency, and a home that works for you, not against you. An organized environment is also easier to maintain. When everything has its place, cleanup takes seconds rather than minutes. Plus, there's something very rewarding about opening a drawer and finding it neat and tidy, isn't there? The secret to organizing drawers and cabinets is to begin small. Choose one drawer or cabinet at a time. Do not overload yourself by attempting to complete everything in one day. This is a simple plan. Empty the drawer or cabinet entirely. Sort the items into categories. Keep, throw, or relocate. Clean the vacant spot with a moist cloth. Return goods in an organized manner. To divide stuff into divisions, use drawer organizers or tiny containers. For example, cutlery in the kitchen, socks in the bedroom, or workplace supplies. We keep too much stuff in our drawers and cupboards, which is one of the most common causes of clutter. The truth is that we often only use a portion of what we own. So, as you're organizing, ask yourself, do I actually utilize this? Here's a useful hint. If you have not utilized something in the last year, it is generally time to get rid of it. Donate goods in good shape, recycle what you can, and dispose of anything broken or expired. This not only clears space but also provides peace of mind. Remember that it is not about having less, but about making space for what is genuinely important. Now that you've decluttered, organize your drawers and cabinets in a way that makes sense to you. The goal is to design systems that are rational and simple to maintain. For example, in the kitchen, arrange related goods together. Keep implements such as spoons and spatulas in a single drawer. Place pots and pans near the stove for easy access. Place everyday dishes in the cabinet nearest the sink. Label your boxes and containers, especially those in deeper cabinets. Save room by stacking items vertically. Use shelf risers to keep everything visible and accessible. Assume you're organizing a bathroom cupboard. Place toiletries in separate clear bins, one for daily usage, one for extras, and one for first aid. This way, you'll never have to rummage around for what you need. Organizing drawers and cabinets is an ongoing process rather than a one-time event. But here's some good news. When everything has its place, it is easier to stick to the habit. Take a few minutes every week to inspect your drawers and cabinets. Are the objects still in their designated places? Has anything new been introduced that does not belong? By remaining consistent, you will prevent clutter from accumulating again. Consider this self-care for your home. Every time you tidy up, you create a setting that promotes your well-being. Organizing your drawers and cabinets is about more than simply aesthetics. It is about building a house that is peaceful and simple. Every time you open a neatly organized drawer, you give yourself the gift of tranquility. So take things one step at a time and remember that progress is more vital than perfection. Minimalism. It's not just about having less, it's about making room for more of what is genuinely important. Practicing minimalism can provide elders with freedom, simplicity, and calm. Imagine a home where everything serves a function and every item brings you joy. Doesn't that sound refreshing? As we grow older, our priorities evolve. Things that once looked important, such as collections, trinkets, and superfluous goods, may no longer be worth as much. In fact, they could be holding us down without even knowing it. Minimalism is not about deprivation, it is about freedom. It is about liberating your environment, mind, and energy from clutter that is no longer useful to you. A minimalist home is easy to clean and traverse, and it promotes a sense of serenity that improves your quality of life. The journey to minimalism begins with a single step. Do not attempt to tidy your entire home in one day. Begin small. One room, one area, or simply a drawer. Let's assume you start with your wardrobe. Take everything out and ask yourself 3 questions. Do I wear this often? Is this item bringing me joy? Would I purchase it again today? If the answer is no, then it's time to let go. Donate, gift, or recycle it. Don't keep anything just because you feel guilty about getting rid of it. In a minimalist home, the quality of your possessions is more important than the quantity. Surround oneself with stuff that are useful, attractive, or significant. Instead of having 10 sets of mismatched plates, why not have just one decent set that you enjoy? Instead of storing a stack of magazines, retain one unique issue that you love revisiting. By prioritizing quality, you can create a house that feels selected and intentional. Remember, minimalism is about preserving only what provides value to your life. It is not necessary to live with nothing, rather, it is sufficient. One of the most difficult aspects of minimalism is coping with sentimental items. These are items that have emotional worth but may no longer serve a functional purpose. Here's a gentler approach. Consider whether this object evokes pleasant recollections or is simply taking up space. If it's actually meaningful, retain it. However, if you've been holding onto it out of guilt or responsibility, it may be time to let go. Instead of storing an entire box of old photos, choose a few favorites and display them in an album or frame. This manner, the memories are stored in a way that makes you happy while reducing clutter. Minimalism is more than just decluttering, it's also about avoiding clutter from returning. A simple rule can help. For every new thing you bring into your home, get rid of an old one. Did you buy a new shirt? Donate an older one. Have you got a new kitchen gadget? Give away the one you're no longer using. This habit keeps your space balanced and ensures that everything in your home has a purpose. Minimalism is not about having less, it is about making space for more. More serenity, joy, and freedom. Every step towards a simpler home leads to a simpler and happier life. Begin small, be patient with yourself, and remember that your home should serve you, not the other way around. The bathroom. One of the tiniest rooms in the house, but one of the most vital to maintain cleanliness and organization. A clean bathroom is more than just appearances. It is about hygiene, comfort, and creating an environment where you can feel refreshed and at ease.